I'm excited to hear more from Bill Slade and get some more great information. I also wanted to share a personal experience on one property that I bought many years ago. The prior owner, and I was buying a for sale by owner, had let me know that he had been an inspector before and had assured me that he had looked over the property and that everything was in good working condition. Just a few months after the closing, I discovered several problems with the home, including a severely broken septic tank and some problems with the roof. So don't take it on the word, get a home inspection, it's well worth it. That's my advice. So Bill, being in the mortgage business, I'm used to a lot of deadlines and pressure to get things done. Do you ever have any situations where it's maybe a challenge for time? I mean, I can wait right up until the last minute to get a home inspection, can't I?
We would really prefer you not, because you'd be amazed how many people call and say, dude, I'm going to closing on Friday, can you possibly get in Wednesday and do my home inspection? Oh, I also need radon. You know, radon is 48 hours minimum. I mean, for a good radon test, you have to have 48 hours closed door situations. And people call and say, I got to have it done by Friday. And you're like, oh my God. So please call at least a couple weeks in advance of your deal so that you can kind of get an idea of what's actually going on with the home and do the radon correctly.
Bill, tell me about mold, and of course I'm not talking about the mold we get on our bread, but let's talk about the mold on a home. Do you cover for that? Do you look for that? How is that handled by an inspector?
Most inspectors, well I shouldn't say most, but some inspectors in the Denver metro area are certified mold inspectors. You got to go through a course and get a certification, all that. I've done that. I know several other guys that do it as well. When I'm doing the inspection, I do, keep my eyes open and ears, looking, and you can smell too. And smell's a big thing. You can smell mold as well. And so you just, that is part of the inspection process. I go around, and if I do find something, I call it out as a mold-like substance, because you can't, I'm not a clinician, so I can't tell you straight up it's mold, but I can do testing for mold and send it into a laboratory. Then you get a detailed report back stating what kind of mold you have if it's there.
Now, is mold a health hazard, or is it a construction hazard, like that would eat away at the home? I don't understand that part.
Mold is a health hazard if it's one strain they call Strachybacchus, and that's the bad stuff. That's like the stuff you saw down in Dallas with the black mold growing in. But it could be any color and still be bad. That's why you need to test it, send it into a lab, and then you have to have somebody come in and mitigate it. If you have mold, then you've probably got a water source that probably doesn't need to be where it's at. So you probably want to get that taken care of as well, because mold or water and fiber like wood, you just don't want that rotting like your substrates out in your basement or whatever.
Okay, Bill, let me ask you a question. Let's say I'm either a buyer or a seller, and I want to go ahead and get a report. Is the best thing to figure out how much that's going to cost to give you a call and give you the square footage of the home? How does that work, and how do you come up with a quote?
And I'll ask for your square footage. I'll ask for the lot of the land, basically the square footage of your lot. I'll try to get into your head as far as how many bedrooms, how many baths. If you've got crawl space, or if it's full crawl space, or if it's a half crawl space, because we really like mice and spiders. And I'll figure how many car garage you have, when it was built. Do you happen to know if there's aluminum wiring involved? If not, if it's copper or if it's PEX pipe in the water systems. How many heating units do you have? How many air conditioning units do you have? It's basically how much stuff am I going to have to look at to give you a fair evaluation of what your property is coming up to.
And you won't ask me how old I am, just how old the home is, right?
No, that's irrelevant, because I'm older than dirt, so I don't really care.
Great. Thanks, Bill. I appreciate it.
You bet. So if you're trying to decide whether or not to get a home inspection, do give me a call or go to my website, www.waldohomeinspection.com. Steve's going to also put my phone number up on the screen. Looking forward to working with you, and I'll help you as much as I can.